like Dirty Birds lost a player off the break. Regulators on this lower side wedge, big wedge. A lot of people are trying to use that big wedge as an insert of the mini W, trying to make their way to the brick. But Dirty Birds have the home shooting that way. And looks like the Regulators player makes it for the mini W. The Regulators player in this, I guess you're gonna call that the beast, like the east side of the small brick takes the wall. Dirty Birds make it fill up to the corner. They do lose another player, I believe, out of their home. So Regulators are in the 50 brick on the low side. We've got a great view of that here. He's actually trying, he just shot out the corner for Dirty Birds. Looks like Regulators still pushing down the field here. I think they heard the other field concession, and the players for Regulators thought that was the other team conceding, but this other Regulators player right here, he knew what was going on. He went through and stuck the last guy out. And here we go. 5 seconds for the breakout. Let's see how this goes. Looks like RBC with a pretty conservative breakout. Force double the home again. They did that their first set. And they take one of the wedges, but the one wedge player, oh, he pulled a minor. Looks like RBC makes their way into the snake down here. Going down the field, close this point out. Looks like everybody's from Force is gone. This would be a pretty easy point for RBC. Got Dirty Birds coming out. Regulators are out. The Regulators are going to be on the right. Dirty Birds on the left. Let's see how the Dirty Birds break out on this one. We're going to take the Dorito off the break. He made it in clean, but they do lose 2 players off the break on the top side. One of their 2s and their D-side top attacker, Dirty Birds, shot off the break there. Regulators capitalize on that. They're in the 50 brick already. They're in the wedge behind the 50 brick. And it's like Dirty Birds player in the Doritos trying to slow it down, but it's not going to be able to, I don't think, because Regulators are on their side of the field with their guns down. They don't realize there's a body left in the Dorito. They're going to go ahead and find him, and Dirty Birds will concede. You're live.
I'm live. We're live. Sorry about that. I was enjoying this awesome barbecue sandwich here that Ronnie brought me from the barbecue truck that we have here today. So limited number of sandwiches. Make sure you guys grab yourself one. We're going to have a game here on our hands. We have Force on our left, RBC here on our right. 8 minutes and 50 seconds left. Force deciding to double stack the back center. And RBC is going to go ahead and lose one out of the back center, so not looking good for RBC. This is what Force needs right now to get this point back. And RBC is going to fill out here to the near side corner. Looks like they have 4 bodies alive. Force still with 5 bodies.
Yep, the one home player for Force moved up into the small temple. The other player looks like he's asking for a check. He took a bounce. There is a bounce shot off the little temple into the home. He's alive, and then Force makes tries to make the move into the snake beam. It's
Shot packed right there, it looks like. So Force is going to be down one body.
I think Conti on RBC was shooting cross right there.
Oh no, looks like the Force player might have got shot on the move out, but looks like he might be clean then. No ref wanted to check him, so great move by him, able to get out to that corner so that way he can try to contend with this RBC snake side. Looks like they have one on the inside mini race as well as in the near side corner, so that move by Force is going to be to try to hold this right-hand side. They also have one in the wedge here for Force. Actually, they have both the wedges for Force, as well as the tall cake over on the far side. So Force kind of just holding it down right now, not looking to push. RBC looking a little bit more aggressive here. Looks like the snake player might try to bump up here soon.
Force loses another body.
Inside.
Force is trying to sneak his way into this 50 brick, and I don't know if RBC knows he's there or not yet. I think this is Vic for RBC in the little W. I'm sure he knows he's there. I think Glenn from RBC just went to the top 50 brick.
Yep, and I don't think they know this brick's here. No, they don't.
I don't think Zach knows he's there. I don't think
they do.
Right in his mirror. And let's see who figures it out first.
Oh, he can get a two-pack right here. Oh, he's going to shoot one.
Oh, that was a spin. That was a spin.
Yeah, that's a spin.
Paintball Junkie spun on that one for sure. That's going to cost his team 2 bodies.
Well, I don't know if that was a spin. That was like a one-hand gangster gat, but, you know,
yeah,
same.
He's like, I can't believe that
happened. You shot me, I'm going to shoot you.
Can't believe that happened to me. I'm going to let it not happen.
Yeah.
Get a red flag for my team.
I'm going to take a few more with me, except for my own team, not the other.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were going to throw a flag there for a minute. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I think
I was going to start throwing stuff over the net.
Ryan watched that happen right there in front of him. I'm not surprised he got a penalty for that.
Not today. Spoke too soon.
Here we go with Dirty Birds on the right, Regulators on the left.
Look, Kutchy, do your job.
Regulators double the home. Dirty Birds lose one body off the break, trying to go up the middle. Regulators, Dirty Birds actually, they try to get out to the top side corner. Looks like he made it clean. And now Regulators are going to match, try to get as wide as they are. But the Regulators player got shot on the way out.
The Regulators player over here looking to try to make this move to the outside, and it's not going to be able to. Dirty Bird's doing a good job controlling this near side of the field, and they're going to go ahead and get in the snake first, and then Regulators are going to go ahead and try to make their move into the mini race, all he was able to take. And Dirty Birds did a great job filling out to this near side corner to give his Snake 1 player a little bit of support. And it looks like Dirty Birds are going to lose their Snake as well as Regulators. And another Regulators player walking off on the far side and the near side. So it looks like 1 player left for Regulators over on that far side brick. 3 players left for Dirty Birds, but Dirty Birds, I think, are kind of confused on what was going on. That was a lot of bodies that just dropped there very quickly. So Regulators, 1 body left alive. Definitely in a great position to try to win this 1-on-3, but it's in the far side brick over there. Dirty Birds across the whole back line. They have far corner as well as near corner, and then the tall stand up over on that far side. And they're going to go ahead and eliminate that last Regulators player. It looks like Dirty Birds may take this point if they realize that no one else is on the other side of the field.
Yeah, Dirty Birds are being cautious here.
You can hear the player there thinking that there's no one No one left alive.
Dirty Birds, 3 players alive here. They're just ran by the brick, shot at nothing. Here we go. And it comes with that hair already attached.
It's custom 101.
Yeah, it's not out yet. It's very exclusive. All right, looks like RBC on the left, Force on the right. Let's see if Force doubles the home again. They've been doing that almost every point they play. Oh, they're almost they're doubling the home again, and they're sending a wedge. Wedge is shooting outside. I guess the wedge. Oh, you switch to the inside now. They're going to let the home try to contain RBC, but it's not working. RBC is able to fill out.
RBC taking the first kill here, being able to shoot the Force player out on that far side, but Force's back center player, their double stat, looks like he's having a little bit of an issue with his hopper right there. He's going to go ahead and take it apart, dump the paint here, trying to get his gun working, doing a good job staying tight, not getting shot, but still trying to figure out what's going on with his gun, and that's going to leave them down 2 guns right now. Only down 1 body, but unfortunately with that gun down, RBC looks like they're taking advantage here. They're going to make it out here on this near side brick.
Yep,
and if he's able to wrap here, he's going to be able to get quite a few number of kills.
Conti's going to wrap and kill this
and that's
home
going to be 1 out of the home. He's going to look to kill the wedge here, hopefully next.
Yeah, the player in the toll, this wedge right here, is loading with his gun down, and Conti's going to take advantage of it and just rip him up in the pack and just get him off the field. Conti, if he, he takes another step, a couple steps forward, he's going to shoot this last Force player over here. Then again, RBC's up, so they don't have to push this right now. They're just taking time off the clock. Yep, this Force player in the back brick is dead.
And 1 left alive here for Force in this temple. And they're going to go ahead and towel it. And
10 seconds.
10 seconds up on the board here. We got Regulators on our right, Dirty Birds on our left.
Dirty Birds in these red jerseys. Here we go. Dirty Birds take the corner and make it alive. Regulators delay to the far side Dorito and the close side Big Wedge. Looks like they make it. Player's asking for a check, but he took a bounce off his arm pad.
Meanwhile, 2 Dirty Birds players walking off, unfortunately. Looks like they may have, he is going to get shot on the inside or outside of his arm.
Yep, they pointed at the bunker. It is the bunker's fault most of the time.
Yeah.
This gentleman is correct. The Regulators player just ran through a big lane. Looks like the Dirty Birds little brick is shooting that way, but he's able to get through it. Regulators player, the 50, is posted on the outside. They did lose. Regulators just lost another player on the top. But looks like he's looking to wrap this brick and get this kill if he can. I think the Dorito might be blocking out this other brick. Both Dirty Birds players are focused on this guy in the bottom brick, and that allowed the other Regulators player to make his way to the top brick. And he's trying to pinch out this other Dirty Birds player. Looks like they're trying to adjust now and shoot the tape. Regulators player is still in the home. He probably needs to get wide to try and back up one of his boys here. Three and a half minutes left. Plenty of time. Okay, 3-on-3 right now, or 3-on-2. Dirty Birds lose their corner player, but they do.
Oh, and he's going to get chopped up trying to get up to that near side Dorito, unfortunately. And it's going to be 1 Dirty Birds player left alive over on that far side. And I think Regulators is knowing
They're
that.
going down the field, asking for a check. It's like, yeah, they're going to go ahead and shoot. Oh, they just shot this player. There we go. The last Dirty Birds player is now eliminated, and the Regulators are going to come down with 3 bodies alive, and they're going to let Dirty Birds towel it.
Starting already down a body.
Basically starting with 4 players at this point.
Oh, they actually
Force,
might. Oh,
let's
never
see if
mind.
Force does this double home again. I don't know if it's paying off for him. I don't know if they burned any bodies doing it. So let's see. They did just change up the box last second. Yeah, they finally abandoned it, and they sent two bodies wide, both snake, both
Very
snakes.
aggressive. There we go.
Not
That's
gonna
what
hear
I'm
that too
liking to see.
often. Yeah, they're in both snake beams. They made it alive, and they have the corner on the top side. They have a great spread. RBC did get into the mini W, and Force makes their way into the tall wedge, and they're in the 50 brick. Got a ref running right now towards the RBC player. It's never a good sign. Looks like a minor penalty on Zach Vick, and that's going to pull out. Their corner. Looks like there's one RBC player left. I believe one. This tall brick. I don't know if we'll be able to stop this from happening. And looks like Force cleared the field out. Oh, the RBC player in the brick, I didn't see him. He was blocked out from my view, but Force ran through and stuck him. And
looks like Force is going to go ahead and take that point.
Yeah, they're definitely worried about conserving time. He ran right in for the buzzer.
Sending both of the S1s off break, definitely something I didn't even see yesterday. It's something I wanted to see, but no team really decided to do that. They were able to do that and make it in on both sides, which was put RBC in a very tough position. And unfortunately, with that minor penalty, definitely didn't help the situation for him. So it's going to leave Force up.
Looks like this player, though, is being checked pretty heavily by there's about 6 zebras on this Force player here. If he might have took a ball when he ran through on the last RBC player. It looks like the refs are heavily inspecting him. And I see him shaking his head, so I don't think it's going to go their way. But we'll see what happens with this call.
So it's going to be dirty hang.
So it sounds like it's a dirty hang. Unfortunately, the Force player had a hit on him. Looks like they're trying to figure out how many players were left on the field to determine whether or not they have enough to cover the penalty. Looks like the refs are talking about that now, trying to make sure that the counts are correct. That way they can decipher how they want to handle this penalty. Unfortunately, cannot hang the flag, especially if you have a hit on you.
Yeah, Force wanted to get as much time on the clock as possible. And this Force player, he didn't wait to get checked by his teammates before he hit that buzzer. Usually when you run through on the last person, if you think you took any heat, you want to let your other teammate go ahead and hit that buzzer. But he just wanted to conserve time. All right, it looks like because of this dirty hang from the Dirty Birds player, it's going to be a no point, but they had enough bodies to fulfill the penalty. So I think they're going to be able to start 5-on-5. It's no points. They're going to go back to their originating sides after this other set. When that happens, though, it really takes the wind out of your sails sometimes. And you have that momentum swing and you beat this team that you're getting beaten by, and then you do a dirty hang. It's not good. Come back here. Dirty Birds player shot off the break.
2 of them get shot off the break. So Dirty Bird's going to be starting now with 3 players. Actually, 2 players now. 3 players dying off the break. Regulators doing a great job shooting off the break.
Yep, 4 players. They shot the home out. The Dirty Birds are going for it, though. They're in the 50 brick. I don't think the Regulators know he's there, but he's not going to go to shoot anybody before he gets found out by the Regulators that are on his side of the field. He's in a bad spot. They're going to go ahead and take him out. And Regulators got plenty of bodies and plenty of time right now.
I think they're still trying to figure out what's going on, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't
shot
think they
so many
realized
people.
how many people they shot out of their spots. Yeah, Dirty Birds are going to go ahead and towel that one. It's going to be a 4-1 Regulators right now. So they're 1 point away from mercying the Dirty Birds with 2:21 left on the clock, I think it said. RBC is up 3-0 against Force right now. 4 minutes about on the clock. It's a 4-0 mercy here in D4X ball. So Force has got to do something here to catch up with some points on the board. Looks like the refs are calling the players over. We'll give you an update as soon as we know exactly what's going on. So it looks like we checked in the rule book, and the refs were able to make a determination that based on the amount of bodies that Force had, it is actually going to be a swing point.
Which would end the game then, actually.
Going to end the game, 4-0 mercy win for RBC. It's unfortunate.
These rules, man, we need to change them.
Well, unfortunately for everyone that plays NXL, they do change them all the time, and no one knows about it.
No official announcement until it happens.
The NXL rulebook is a living document that never ends and is always modified. So but
it's like a Google Doc. They just update it.
Whenever there's a problem, it gets updated. So it looks like we're going to get ready for our next game here. There's still some time left in this Regulators Dirty Birds game. And RBC is going to take that 4-0 win. Yeah, it's super important. If you're not the last body alive, even if time's on the clock, if you think there's any chance you have a hit in your pack, anything, you need to have your other teammates check you.
Gonna have 20 seconds here before this next point. Dirty Birds really need to pull something out. They got 2 minutes and 21 seconds left. I don't know if that's enough time to score 3 points, but again, the point margin thing, that's very important once we get later here into Sunday.
Yeah. Here, Dirty Birds going for corner, and they take the low side Dorito.
Looks like they are able to shoot one of the Regulators.
The Dirty Birds home player was shot out of the break, and it looks like it's feed neck.
Could be a 4-on-4 right now.
Regulators, yep, they're down 4-on-4, but their little mini brick is getting checked right now, and his pack is being called out. There's no penalty on that. So Regulators have, what do they have? The wedge, the little temple. The wedge player comes up with the mini W, trying to spread the field out. Then Dirty Birds, the Dorito player, I'm not sure what's stopping him from going. It might be the temple, the Regulators temple player.
Dirty Birds are going to fill out to the corner, try to control this near side. Great move by him. See if he's able to stay alive. Looks like he is.
Regulators player, like, he's making his way into the brick, trying to find a body here.
Both snap out against this corner. I don't know if I would do it. Ooh, little snap battle here by the snake in the corner. Regulators need to be careful. He's got great positioning. No need to give this away.
Regulators players being shot at by both corners right now on both sides of the brick, which means that there's only one gun shooting their two teammates, and they need to put that together and figure out who can make a move to take pressure off this guy. Again, well, he does shoot the corner player, and then the Dorito player fills back from the wedge, back to the Dorito, try and stop the push from the Regulators brick. But, Dirty Birds need to push this. Regulators don't, and they need to be aware of that. Regulators player and the brick and the Dorito are still battling. It's like 27 seconds left. Dirty Birds player loses a gunfight to the brick. And looks like number 30 here is going to go in.
And that's going to be another mercy here. 5-1 Regulators.
It looks like, okay, yep. He's getting checked out. And he's good. Point approved. That's going to be another mercy. You hear the Regulators hits celebrating right now.